Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Travis. That's my dad. His name is Rick. And we're over here in the middle of Tucson to pick up this 81 Ford that looks pretty decent. It's got great patina, but the reason I'm picking it up is because from what he told me, this thing was in a fire. The engine actually caught on fire. So the rest of the truck looks pretty good, but the guy was driving it and it sprung a fuel leak up by the carburetor and it caught the engine on fire, and then he's like, I just want to get rid of it. So now we're here to get it. So let's look under the hood and see what exactly the damage it did.
It's got to have a hood. Oh, here we go. Huh. Pull up on it. Oh, there we go. Well,
I guess this fuel feed busted. And it's got an electric fuel pump, so it was just spraying a stream of fuel in here, and then it caught on fire and it destroyed. Well, see, this is an air conditioning hose, so that got cooked. The distributor cap got cooked. The plug wires got cooked. This piece on the carburetor, which may be for the air conditioning idle up, got cooked. Wires got cooked.
it got hot enough to melt the aluminum air cleaner.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
It got the fan shroud. Melted this. You can hear the fan hitting it.
Oh, it's got a place for 2 batteries. I'll be darned. Look at that.
Usually, isn't that reserved for like camper specials?
Yeah.
What does it say on the side? It says, well, it's kind of it says trailer special. So this may have been Ford's version of camper special, because I think Chevy had the camper special, right?
Okay. So does it say camper special?
No, it says trailer special.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
Because I think Chevy had the camper special.
Yeah. Okay. So that explains it.
They obviously couldn't say the same thing.
Okay. Yeah, that explains it then. That explains the extra battery.
It looks like it got the vacuum hose for the booster. Looks like it got some more engine wiring. Ugh.
Be nice just to get the whole underhood wiring.
Look at that.
Yeah, this truck was being used up until that last minute.
Yeah, this is not bad at all.
Stuff like this is proof that the previous owner was taking care of it. I mean, look, it's got the battery hold down. He didn't want the dang battery flopping around. Usually this is the first stuff that goes because people start cowboying all the smog stuff. So look, they've even got a brand new belt on the air pump. So he was running it through smog.
Yeah.
I mean, all that stuff usually gets cowboyed out of there.
The old bull nose, that's what they call these, bull nose. It looks great, you know? Headlights, parking lights aren't busted out. Bumper is straight as an arrow. The grill's not hit. Clean, straight truck, honestly. Just had a little incident. But to my knowledge, he was driving it up until the point it caught fire. So I'm assuming the tranny's good. I'm assuming the engine's good. I don't know. Yeah, actually, I was just about to do that. What's that look like?
Well, it's still...
It's got oil.
Yeah, it didn't fill the motor up with water, I guess, when they was putting the fire out. Maybe.
What's it got in here for antifreeze? I do see a reflection down there.
I'll be darned.
It's got water.
That's a good thing. I like the patina of it. I like
Dude, this thing's got killer patina.
Yeah, I think that part looks good.
Look at this. I mean, it's aged just right, and it's not beat up. I mean, look at it. It's very straight. Well, it's an Arizona truck, you know. It's got no rust. Look at the bottoms of the doors. Look at the bottom of the bed. Looks really good.
Dude, really good. I guess I'm going to sound kind of naive here. It's an F-250, so that means it's a 3/4 ton? I thought it was a 1/2 ton. Okay, so that explains camper special. Okay. Yeah, it's got a 3/4 ton. Frame looks good. It's definitely a Tucson truck.
Not a speck on the underneath frame. It's got its mufflers, floors. Oh, there's the electric fuel pump. They got it on the side of the frame right there.
Yeah, that thing needs to go.
It's got an automatic. What did these come with, Dad? Are these still C6s? 3 speeds or 4
I'm
speeds?
saying that's a C6, being 19. Since this is a 3/4 ton, I'm going to say that's C6.
Tires on this truck look pretty good.
Yeah, they're not splitting drywall or dry.
I'm trying to find a date on them, like a DOT or something.
I don't understand why it says DOT 53.
It says S724. I don't know if that means 2024.
These tires aren't that bad. They're not dry rotted.
No. I'm totally
Usually that's
happy
the
with
first
that.
thing that has to come out of our pocket.
Yeah, that's
Tires.
about $300 to $500 I don't got to spend. Check out the bed.
Yeah, they didn't haul nothing in the bed neither.
Usually
Look,
if people abuse the bed, the bed will be dented and you'll be able to see the cross rails underneath, and the bed looks pretty good. No rot in the bed. Clean truck. He gave me an extra carburetor. That's what that's doing in there.
yeah, we might need that. That one there looks like it went into a fire.
Yeah. Oh, look. They got a trailer hook.
Yeah,
up
I got
in
a
there.
trailer plug. Yeah, it's a 3/4 ton. I wasn't paying any attention to it. Thought it was a half.
I mean, the truck looks really good. It's got nice looking tail lights. We got a missing R in the back. The bumper looks pretty good. Pretty straight. Oh, look. It's got 2 tanks.
Twice the abuse on your pocket.
Coming around to the interior. Got our door panels. Our door handle. Got seats. These look okay. Actually, not bad. Not bad. I get a hold of a lot of 90s Dodge Cummins where this is more eat out right here than this truck. This truck is 15 years older. Look at that. We even got a key. Don't always get so lucky to get a key. Oh yeah. Alright, let's figure that out. This thing have cruise control?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. 41,967 on the dash. Don't know if that's accurate or rolled over.
Say it's 140.
Yeah, probably. Dash looks like it's in pretty good shape. It's got everything in it. It's got radio. It's got our heater and AC controls. It did have air conditioning, which there's not a belt on the compressor. I'm sure that's been long discontinued from use. I like this. I love the cup holder thing here. Look, and they even cut the notches for like you'd have a Stanley with a handle right here. Interior's in pretty good shape.
Yeah, the interior looks good.
That's the title. Back seat, kind of a shorty. The back isn't real tall. That's kind of interesting. Don't really see them like that. But
Couldn't
again,
put
I don't buy a ton of Fords, so don't hate on me.
The original owner's guide's still in here. That's good.
Well, let's get the trailer whipped around here and get this thing loaded up.
At least we're in the shade.
Yeah, really. All right, we got the old bullnose loaded up, chained down, all correct. Now we got to get it back to the house. Okay. I'm gonna just start taking all the parts off of here that I know we need to replace, figure out what all we need to order. Wow. This is gonna be in my way. take these plug wires off.
There we go. See? I did get it off. Okay, so that one's good. Look at that.
There we go.
There we go. You know, I don't know how much those blue grommet modules are on rock, but I don't know if they're cheap. Guy might want to order one.
PCV.
One thing we didn't ask that dude up there, if there was any Ford cars, mid 70s, late 70s, they would have the same plug-in going from here over to the distributor. See, this is the part that goes on the air cleaner.
This radiator hose didn't get a hole in it, but it got charred real bad.
Yeah.
Look at that, there's coolant right there on the tippy top.
Look at that. There we go.
So right now I'm kind of at a stopping point on this Ford. I ordered a bunch of parts yesterday from Rock Auto. They'll be in like Monday. So instead of sitting on our laurels and doing nothing, I'm gonna back this truck out and get this Cummins in here because there's something I want to fix on it. So this was one of the recent fly-in drives Dad and I did where we were in Encampment, Wyoming, and got this truck and put an injection pump on it, drove it 1,000 miles back, but it never got overdrive and it never got lockup, and that really bothers me. So we're gonna put this in there and we're gonna see if we can find out why the OD and lockup was not working. Because I'm thinking, guys, that I'm going to switch into this truck from my beloved first gen you guys see on the channel all the time. I love this truck. It's coast to coast ready at all times, but there's just some areas where it falls short that I hate to admit because I love the truck. I grew up in a first gen. I have an affinity for these trucks. I've had this truck for 4 years. I've been driving first gens since about 2016 was when I started driving my own first gen. So that's been about 9 years. I've been driving exclusively first gen Cummins for my daily driven vehicles. I think it may be time to make the upgrade to a nice second gen. And that red truck out there is really, really nice. It's a nice truck, very, very clean truck. Also, I've already got some comments about the humming in the background of my videos recently, and that's because of that bad boy right there. That's my new Portacool cooler. I've never had anything to cool down in here before. I found that because it's summertime now. It's over 100 degrees in here every single day. So sorry about the small humming in the background, but I'm trying not to kill myself out here. You like the videos Dad and I put out? Well, that little thing right there is a small creature comfort, and it helps keep us somewhat cool. Trying to clean off this filth bomb.
This is very interesting. This was a new transmission.
Why do you think it is? See a sticker or something?
No, I see about 50,000 miles worth of oil. Did they change the position of where they're picking up its oil temp?
No, it's still right here.
What in the heck is this? See, this exhaust looks bigger than factory.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
That's a 4-inch exhaust.
Yeah, look.
So there's a few different things going on here. I'll show you what we're interested in. So here's the loom. This is the transmission temperature sender for the computer. Transmission won't shift into overdrive if it's too cold. This senses the temperature of the training
75
fluid.
degrees.
75 degrees is if truck is beneath that, it won't let it shift into OD. This right here is your neutral safety switch. Wire that's going back here goes into the back. That's your speed. But the wire that we're probably going to be most concerned about is this one right here. That plug-in that faces up, that's your overdrive and lockup control. That's the one we're most interested in. A lot of forums online don't really tell you how to fix the overdrive and lockup correctly. They just tell you how to bypass it. And you can bypass it by putting switches inside the cab to control when the voltage is sent to the overdrive and lockup. But we don't want to do that. We want to fix it right. We want it to go into its fourth gear and lock up as it should. So that's what we're trying to fix.
It's always got power. The computer gives it negative.
Yeah, so technically what Dad said, there's 3 wires that go to that plug-in. One has power all the time, 2 of them don't. The 2 that don't have power, one is the overdrive control, one is the lockup control. And the computer controls when it gets its negative. That's when it switches gears. Alright. So there it is. You see there's your 3.
Okay, so you need
1, 2, 3.
test light.
Is key off?
Key's on.
Yep.
It's got power?
Yep. So we should go out and test drive it now?
No. No.
I have the overdrive plugged back in, and I shaved just a hair bit, a little sliver of the insulation off of each of these wires. If the test light lights up, that means that both of the solenoids are good, because this one's getting power, and then the computer's giving it ground, but if I put my test light on either one of these, the test light should light up and you should actually hear the solenoid click. So we know the center one's got power.
Trying to see if I can hear it.
Yep. Light.
Both sides?
One of them.
Okay, so you should have power on the other side also.
Okay.
On the other one, on the other side. I hear it. I heard it. Okay. Okay, so the solenoids are working.
Alright, so the brown one, power. The orange one. Oh, yep, orange one's power. Yep.
Okay, so you're getting power on both of the outer wires.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so solenoids are not broken, because if the solenoids had a discontinuity in the winding, it's just a big winding, then you would not get, the light wouldn't come on because there's no continuity. We're still left without a solution to the problem. So there's one of a couple things. The computer is just not working, which I find hard to believe. Temperature switch right here is bad, and it's just constantly reading too cold to shift. Is we can pop this out, and we can put a 1,000 ohm resistor in it. We looked this up online. A 1,000 ohm resistor in these prongs mimics, I don't know, whatever, 70, 80 degree ambient. This is a 1,000 ohm resistor. Oh.
Where'd you get that 1,000 ohm resistor?
Got it from old Dad.
What is that hanging down?
That was the original fuel line that we had to bypass.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right, well, let's take it for a drive.
I sure hope it gets overdrive.
Buddy, me too. Just like that. All right.
Oh, this is mine.
That's yours?
Yeah, it is.
Go ahead and take it then, big buddy.
We don't have air conditioning, do we?
No. make sure we're in the right gear here. So that's neutral, drive.
Okay, I got the overdrive off.
Go ahead and click it.
Not good.
Yeah, still no overdrive. Yeah, we should have overdrive right now, and we don't.
Okay, so you know what we need to do now?
Sell the truck?
Yeah. You ready?
Yeah.
I'll tell you when. Okay. It's working.
Yeah. It was going into gear right now. Like
I heard it.
Yeah.
So that tells me all that stuff's working in the transmission. So another thing that it has to take a reading off of is this speedo.
When we were in the truck driving it just now, that speedo was working.
It was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's no way to diagnose the computer being bad or actually check it or troubleshoot it, I'm going to take the plug-in off of the computer on the firewall and put another computer on it from another truck that I used as a parts truck that I was 100% sure the computer was working on. So I had another computer and we plugged it in. Here's the original computer, and then here's a computer that was off of this second gen right here. See that cab back there? That is the cab that I robbed the Cummins out of for this build right here. But obviously I don't need the computer, that's all manual and stuff. So we're gonna see if a different computer fixes our problem, because nothing is testing bad. So you wanna go ahead and start it up? We'll leave the hood open and stuff, I guess.
Yeah, let's just see if
I
everything's
mean, the
working.
back wheels are jacked up.
Okay.
Okay. That's working. It's charging. Yeah. All right, well that computer's working.
Is it plugged in on the transmission and everything?
Yeah.
We'll try it.
Yeah.
No speedo. Jiggle that wire on that speedo. Let me see if it's just got a bad connection.
All right, so we've been at this for a few more hours now. I actually went and bought a new vehicle speed sensor for the transmission housing. I have it just twisted together because I didn't want to connect it until we actually fix the problem. So the wires are correct, they're just twisted together. And up here on the engine side, I robbed the throttle position sensor is right here, and I robbed one off of another engine I had and took the old throttle position sensor off and plugged it in. So we'll see if that changes anything. All right, let's put this thing on the ground.
I want to hear hit overdrive and bog down.
I think that was overdrive.
Oh! We're getting it now, man.
That's like... Yeah.
We're getting
That was it. Yeah.
We're getting it now.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh man. See, our speedometer's not reading, so that had no bearing on it. It was the throttle position sensor. See? That's a big win. That was tough.
All right, overdrive's off.
Okay, so we have the overdrive off. You can hit this button in the cab to permanently turn the OD off until you want it. It's for towing purposes, but we're using it to make sure we're getting overdrive. All right, so right now we're topped out, so hit that button. There it is, that's fourth. And that's lockup.
There you go.
I felt it. I know it's hard to see on video, but I felt fourth and lockup, and we're going way faster than we could have ever gone, so they're both working. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, this would have been so nice to have on that 1,000-mile drive home, but I'm glad we have it now. It was the throttle position sensor. That was it. Now that we have the overdrive fixed on the second-gen Cummins, it's back to the Ford. My parts finally came in. I got the pressure washer out right now. I got some oven clean sitting and soaking on the top of this engine. I cut out a little piece of steel to put over the top of that so I don't get water down in the intake. I'm actually an idiot, and I ordered the wrong stuff. Well, I ordered the right stuff, but really it was the wrong way to go about it. So this is a coil, I think. So initially I ordered a coil, I ordered a DuraSpark box, and I ordered a factory replacement distributor, but that still doesn't solve the problem of our wire loom being jacked up. And I said, why do I do all that when I could order something like this? So I just reordered this, and this is a GM style HEI distributor, but it's made for Fords because these are so good and so simple that they make them for different applications other than GM. But GM had this set up first, so this gets rid of all this junk right here. So instead of having everything external, the coil is in here. It gets rid of the DuraSpark box. It's all self-contained, and all you have to do is run one key on power to this, and you get spark and everything. So we don't need any of this. I hope this fits down in there. We'll see when we pull the old one up out. So we can start anywhere. We can start with the carburetor, we can start with the distributor, but I'm going to start with the distributor because I just feel like that's going to be the most technical part. I want to get that done first. There is a nut down there, bolt I should say, that holds the distributor on. So we'll take that out and hopefully it comes up out of there. I don't know if the heat did something to it or if it's stuck solid, but we'll find out. Actually, before that, we're going to start with something even easier. This cap got singed, so I ordered a new one. There we go. You know, sometimes you need to start with something easy to motivate you. When you get one thing done like that, you're like, all right, I can do the rest. So now at least we can say we have one thing fixed. So I broke down and actually went and got a distributor wrench. Never had to use one, but this one's pretty tough. Pretty tight corners. This one. There we go. She's coming loose now. Bingo. There it is. Now, are you going to be nice or... Oh my gosh, I think I saw it shift. Oh my gosh. I thought it was gonna be a real bear. All right, yeah, buddy. I'm super happy about that. Now that the distributor's out, I did test fit the new one in. I just kind of slipped it in there preliminarily. I had to bend this out of the way a little bit. This is something to do with the emissions. This is a smog pump. They were really dumbing down the power of the engines and putting a bunch of smog stuff on them. So I don't know exactly what this is. And then you have a smog pump here. I can't believe it's actually still on there. Most people just gut these pumps. Remember, I did that once to a Cadillac I was working on. It had a smog pump and it was locked up, but I needed it to turn something else. So I took it apart, gutted the vanes, and just still used it. So I can't believe that's actually still on here. So I'm gonna take these spark plugs out, turn the engine over to top dead center compression number 1, and try and slip the distributor in. Looks nice in there. I hope this thing works. Also, by taking the plugs out, we'll see how the plugs look. Make sure that we're not going to get a big surprise. Yeah, this one's burning white, nice and dry. This one's a little crusty. This one doesn't look bad. Now that I have all the spark plugs out, I'm going to hook the battery up to see if I can roll this bad boy over. But I'm pretty sure I can't get the key to turn off. This fuel pump's hooked up to key on power, so I don't want it to start shooting fuel everywhere. So we're just going to unhook the ground so this thing can't light up and make another engine fire. Why don't we just go for round 2? Oopsies. They actually mounted this thing pretty legit. I'll hand it to them. You know, sometimes when they put these electric fuel pumps on, they do it in the most fast-paced, hokey way humanly possible, but they drilled holes through the frame, bolted it to the frame, put a fuel filter on it, put hose clamps on it. I still don't know why a mechanical fuel pump would have done the job, but electric fuel pumps do help. I will say that. They are a little better than mechanical, to tell you the truth. If you mess with old cars, you may already know this, but the same thing happens with my 56 Cadillac and my 55 Pontiac, because I have factory mechanical fuel pumps on them. Once they sit for a few weeks, the fuel sort of drains back through the lines, and then the car won't start. If you start them up every day, they'll start up, but if you let them sit for a week, 2 weeks, something like that, it takes a while for that mechanical fuel pump to pump that fuel back into the carburetor. So you got to sit there and killing the starter, killing the battery. An electric fuel pump just shoots fuel to the carburetor on its own. You don't have to crank, kill everything. So they are better. Here's some stuff. And this battery is 1 of 21. Looks pretty new. See if anything works, like headlights and stuff. Oh no, that's not it. We got a directional. Real dim, bright, parking light on, not on. Yeah, we got some burned wires probably because the parking light's not supposed to be on when the headlights are, when the thing is clicked out both times. Let's see what's going on with the back. We got a rainy day here. It's kind of nice, man. This is really needed. I love rainy days. We get enough sun. I see a light on there. I see a light on there. Cool. License plate light? No way. Those things always go first. Those little license plate lights. First thing to not work every time. They're subject to all the road, you know. It's closest to the ground. For some reason, they never work. Radio's trying to work. Let's try I know 92.9 is a station. I don't know what that light's supposed to be. Oh! I tried. So I was messing around with this, seeing if this would crank the engine again. And they usually put these as horns, aftermarket horns, because the horn buttons never work. But they put that there to start the engine. So now we know. I don't remember if I ever checked the oil in this, so go ahead and check it. Yeah, it's right at the add mark, but that's enough. Enough to crank it. If it runs, we'll fill it up. Probably take a quart or so. So we'll get our jumper lead here. And this is the S on the solenoid, so I'm sure that's start. You can see that belt hitting that fan shroud a little. We'll just cut some of that off. The fire did melt this, but if you look, the fan is only hitting right here. So if we cut that off, it should miss. So Dad got the top of the carburetor off.
Not too bad.
Look okay?
Yeah, it's not too bad. You got your power valve and this. It should all be in the kit anyway. I guess the main thing is just cleaning it. You know, looks a little bit smoky.
So to find top dead center number 1, just gonna put my finger over spark plug hole of number 1. When I start feeling compression, I'm gonna try and look on the harmonic balancer to find where 0 is. Oh, I think I just hit it. Oh. Okay, now the fan misses the shroud. Oh, that was it right there, buddy. Coming up right on it. So that little tab that goes across the harmonic balancer, that's where you measure it from, and then those marks are probably, I don't know, maybe 0 degrees and X degree advance or something like that. Alright, so I have it zeroed out now. That one white mark was 10 degrees before top dead center. I sanded off the other white one that was marked at 0. Now that it's at top dead center, you can really put the rotor anywhere, but I think it's supposed to face over this way. Technically, they always had them facing this way. So we'll try and do that. But if you know the rotation and you know it's at top dead center, you can really put number 1 anywhere as long as you get the firing order right. So we're gonna grease the bottom of this up with some petroleum jelly, also known as Vaseline. See, it says right on it, healing jelly. Maybe it'll heal this engine. Did you know that the guy who invented Vaseline believed so much in its healing properties that he ate a spoonful of it every day until he died? And he attributed it to his health, said it healed his ailments, and he also attributed it to his longevity. He lived to be 96. Maybe it does have healing properties, I don't know. But I'm not going to start eating spoonfuls of it to find out. So the vacuum advance is supposed to face this away. Boom. It did go all the way down without force, which is the most important thing. It did not have to force it. So let's see if this thing is pointing at a plug. There it is. Okay. And you can turn this sucker too pretty far. I mean, you know, you got a lot of leeway here for advancing and retarding. Got it right here. Yep, we're directly on point. I think that was pretty good for our first go around, huh? pretty sure I got that distributor put in there right.
You better hope so.
I hope so, I really do. Okay, we'll lock it down. Here's all the spark plugs. I never showed them. I'm about to clean them up. They look all right. I've seen worse. Some of them are a little black. But this one right here I think was burning the best. It's the driest and the whitest. That's what they say is burning white hot. Burning nice and clean. But these are probably good. So I'll clean them up on the wire wheel, put them back in, and then we can put the plug wires on, and then we can finish up our carburetor job. So before I put these in, I checked the gap on them. They're supposed to be 44 thousandths. They were all set exactly at 40, which is pretty close. Not really a big deal, but I put it at 45. I'll put them all there. So HEI, you may know this, you may not, stands for high energy ignition. Now most points cars, you know, like 1975 and older, especially stuff out of the 60s and before, obviously had points. And what you'll notice on points is that the gap on a plug is usually like 30 or 35 thousandths. And on HEI, the voltage output is a little higher than points. And because of that higher voltage output, the spark can bridge a wider gap. Some people put them at 50, I even read. Instead of a little zip zip, you widen that gap and the HEI can gap it. Their whole thought process was more of the air-fuel mixture was exposed to spark and it would burn cleaner. Dad, do you really think HEI burns cleaner, or do you think it does?
That's why it's easy to gas valve a car with points, and you can gas valve a car with electronic ignition and it'll burn right through it because it goes, I think, what is it? Points are 45,000 volts and electronic ignition is 80 or 90. It's just more reliable. Hear it? It clicked.
Did it click?
Yeah. I'm surprised. I didn't think it would work.
Well, this is
But the Fords do have that same looking top on the distributor cap.
So Dad's still on the bench assembling the carburetor. Our distributor and wires and plugs are all situated. I'm going to go ahead and start replacing this booster because you got to have power brakes, you know. I mean, even if the booster's bad, you can still use the brakes, but you want the power, man. It really makes it easier to drive. And you can test the boosters by taking the vacuum hose and just pulling through it. I don't know if you can hear that air rushing inside, but when they get old and the diaphragms get dry rotted, they crack and then they let air through and then they can't pull a vacuum and they don't, the power assist quits working. So it could be old, one, and two, the fire could have got hot enough to melt the rubber inside the booster. So I don't know which one it was. I can tell it got hot because this check valve right here is burned and it's kind of caved in a little, like it got heated and started folding. So I don't know which one it was, age or fire, but it's toast. Got this new one here. You can tell it's a little bit skinnier than the one that's on the truck, and I was like, what's going on there? They had different boosters for the different towing capacity of the trucks. The ones that were heavier duty towing capacity had a bigger booster, which is what that one is, and they don't sell that. This one was for the lower capacity or the lower towing ability trucks, a little bit smaller booster. But I think the towing days of this truck are over, so we'll put the booster on it. It'll work. It'll be fine. You're never going to really notice a difference. I mean, you're not going to be pulling 10,000 pounds with this truck anyway. It's more of a novelty now, not in use. There's actually anti-seize on these bolts. Can't believe somebody would think to do that. Yeah, they even greased the friggin' tip. Wow, I'm impressed, whoever put this together. Alright, so what we're going to have to do now is go in the cab, unhook the brake pedal from the cab. There's 4 bolts on the firewall, and then it'll come forward. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. Last one should let it fall out. We're going to do what the last guy did and put a little bit of anti-seize on these threads. You can't be more amateur than the last guy, you know. You got to do at least what he did. I can't look stupid. No, I have to do what he did.
I agree.
I have to maintain all professionalism. Master don't fit.
Did you order a master?
Should I switch to master?
Yeah, I'll get the other master cylinder. They probably offer it.
Nope.
Did it fit okay in the truck?
Yeah. Everything in the truck was hunky-dory. Yeah, the holes on this master are wider than the studs. I'm surprised they would do that. So it's the next day now. What I had to do was I ended up going and getting the correct master cylinder that fit this booster. O'Reilly's had it. But the next problem I ran into was that this brake hose did not fit on this fitting. The other one does. It screws in, but the back one was a bigger size. And so what I had to do was run around all morning long finding a fitting for this. Let me tell you something. If you ever need fittings or hoses or anything like that, American Hose and Rubber is bar none the best. Going anywhere else is a waste of time if you're in Tucson. I tried Ace Hardware. They didn't have, because this is an inverted flare fitting. It's kind of specialized. I couldn't even make multiple work, like going from size to size to size, like 2 or 3 fittings. Couldn't do it at Ace Hardware. Couldn't do it at AutoZone. I went to another hose place. They couldn't make the hose or have the fitting. So I broke down and went to American Hose and Rubber, which is my favorite place for fittings anyway because they're the best. And they just whipped it right out and had it. They're the best. American Hose and Rubber is the best for weird fittings. And they make hydraulic hose, fuel hose. This is not sponsored, by the way. They have fuel hose that's like 1 inch for like gas neck. They'll make hydraulic hose for forklifts, tractors. They'll make it right there. I mean, make the thing in front of you. That's where we're at. So now we can put the master on, we can bleed it, and we can have power brakes finally. And as far as the carburetor goes, Dad rebuilt the carburetor, got it put back together. The only issue we had was, well, we're not going to have a choke because this got burned off, so we can't connect the choke, although it would work. But what we did need was the accelerator pump, and the end of this rod was broke off or burnt off or something. So what we had to do was get a small bolt, weld it onto the end, put a nut on it, so that we can have accelerator pump action. So I got the master bolted up to the booster, got the lines hooked up, bled the master. While it was on here, I had Dad go inside and hit the pedal, and we have brakes now. We have good pedal. Tell you another thing that's handy. These little 3M gasket cleaning wheels, these things are freaking awesome because I can't tell you how many times I've sat with a scraper to get gaskets off of oil pans and all kinds of other stuff, valve covers, you scrape, 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 scratch and everything. These things, they don't hurt cast iron. Aluminum Do they dig into aluminum, Dad?
There's greens and yellows.
Yeah.
The yellow, I think, is for the aluminum, and I think green's okay for cash.
It makes it really fast. You don't have to sit there and scrape.
Okay, it's all new gaskets. Hopefully it runs. But it looks all right. It don't look like it went to a fire.
No, it looks a lot better.
It doesn't look terrible.
You're gonna clear that HEI? It better. Hold on, get these cables out. Here's where we're at right now. I got all the brakes fixed. I got the brake booster hooked up to vacuum on the intake. Carburetor is on. It's bolted down. I had to chase the threads. These threads were all messed up. We have a 90-degree nipple that we put on here. Hooked up the PCV back here to the back of the carburetor. Hooked up our throttle. So now what we're doing is trying to fix the wiring. And originally we were looking for another truck that was being parted out we could rob some of the harness off of, but there's no other trucks around and we can actually repair this. So here's where the loom started to be burnt right here. So we cut it off here, wraps around here, and it goes into that hole in the cab. So there's maybe like a foot or a foot and a half right here that got singed. So Dad's going to go inside and hook a wire on, and then I'm going to go inside and hook it to the color matched wire out here so we can repair all these wires. And then if we can repair this, this is the wiring that goes to the windshield wiper, we can fix it. We can fix these wires. We don't have to get a whole nother harness. All these wires are connected and heat shrinked. I ran a power wire. I don't know which one of these is key on power. There it is. Alright, so we're getting key on power. I ran this wire over to the distributor.
So it should start.
Should well, I gotta plug the fuel pump back in. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Timing. Are you moving the distributor?
Yeah, I was trying.
All right. Are you advancing the timing?
I don't know. I'm just turning the distributor. I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, it should start running better once you advance the timing.
I don't know which way's advance.
Well, it's going to run worse if you go the wrong way.
Try it.
There you go.
Whoa.
Be careful.
I don't know why it's doing that. Oh, it's just flooding the thing.
Oh.
It's just Crap. That's why. It's just dripping in. It's just flooding it. So yesterday we were able to get the truck to actually run. It didn't run 100% right. I think the timing was a little off, and plus it was just dumping fuel down the intake, flooding it out. So today, Dad's going to take the top of this carburetor off and see if we can adjust those floats, get it to stop. I'm going to try and fix the water temperature sender and the oil pressure sender. Yesterday we found out, we were trying to find the wires that led to the gauges inside, and it's these two. I bent them. So these two have a pulse. Okay, you see that little orange wire running down there to that little black plug? That's where the temp sending unit is. I have that plugged in. And that blue wire, I have it connected to the oil pressure sending unit. And here's where they plug in, but again, I can't remember which one did what, so we're going to test that right now.
Oil.
See how it's blinking?
Oil's going up.
So then if you touch the other one, it starts blinking too.
There you go.
Start the battery. See if it... I don't see it going in. Sure was yesterday. I mean, it was getting right past there and just going right in.
Open up the accelerator right now and see if it all of a sudden starts running in or something.
No, the accelerator pump's working beautiful.
Yeah, you know why?
Because you rebuilt it.
There you go. That's what I'm looking for right there, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, it's not doing it. It was yesterday, I'm telling you. All right.
You was just doing it to make it so when after I did the job, see, you can't do it. It really wasn't happening because you have no film of it or nothing.
I was just trying to make you second guess yourself.
Oil pressure's coming up. Crank it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Here, keep it running. Leave them out just a hair.
I got the wire loom for the wiper motor fixed. I even color coded them to match the original wires coming out of the loom as best I could. So we'll tape these up, make them look better. But look who came out for a visit. This one. Novalee is 3 months and some change old now. And she's doing good. She's just looking around.
She's just noticing the world around her.
She likes to eat, sleep, and poop. And she's starting to smile more and make some noises and stuff. A lot of that.
You had to say that.
Yeah. Yep, that fixes all problems. Doesn't it? Doesn't it?
Pumpkin head.
We took her on our family vacation to New York a few weeks ago. We went from Boston down to New York. She went all over the place. She was there for the 4th of July. She saw fireworks for the first time. She saw a whole bunch of stuff. A ball game. She saw a lake. She got in some water. Well, you get back to your bottle. I think we're coming down the home stretch on the old Ford here. The looms that we repaired, I taped up, make them look a little bit better. Put a new flasher in here and the turn signal started working. The way it was before, you could do this, but the light would just stay on. The signal's not clicking to where it stays, but at least the signals will actually blink now. So what we're going to do now is try and take this column down, see why this lock cylinder won't turn back into the full off position. And if I...
That's a safety issue.
Yeah, that's a safety issue. If we can fix that, get a new air filter and a new oil filter and change the oil, I think we'll be in pretty good shape, because the air filter totally burnt. I couldn't even get the top half of the air cleaner apart. The rubber had melted it together. We got this whole mess going on in the cab here, trying to get this lock cylinder out. And I looked on Google, and all you need to do is push up on a little pin in here. There's a hole. Where's the hole at?
It's right there.
Okay, there it is. Yeah. We were taking the steering column all apart, but if you put a pick in that hole, the lock cylinder comes right out. So I have a new one, but we're going to see if
Give me a bigger
the tumbler will turn now. Without that lock cylinder in there, we'll know that that lock cylinder was the problem here. Will it go back and forth? Still locked?
Yeah. Something's caught. Look at that. Look at that.
Working now?
Look at that.
Oh, cool.
Look at that.
Perfect. Will the key come out? Key shuts it off. Cool. Oh. Yikes. What in the world? Oh. Well, there's a hair bit of water. That had me worried. That's weird. Huh. That's weird. There was some water at the bottom there. Just a little bit, though. Just a little bit.
Now?
All right, let's go ahead and give it a go for a first test drive.
How about now?
Yeah. This thing starts up fast.
Fasten seatbelt light work.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we got reverse. Hopefully we get our forward gears. The brakes are working?
Yeah.
You feel power assist?
Yeah, I do feel assist.
Perfect. I'm not feeling any extra gears. Are you sure you're in drive?
I wonder if we're getting vacuumed down to that module.
Ooh, there it is. Keep going.
Good running, truck. Sure it's got something to do with that vacuum down to that module.
Speedo's working.
Yeah?
So we're in second gear.
No, it's still, can't tell.
I don't think that's third.
Right down here is where that fire was. Oh, that guy's building.
Huh?
It's that building right there. Something burnt right over there. So the tree's even singed.
There's 3.
I mean, it's working good. It's just got something to do with that vacuum of that module. Did you hear that burn out?
Yeah.
I bet you $500 there ain't no vacuum going to that module. Bet you.
In the past, you saw a big Ford pickup carry a Chevy pickup up this monster mountain of boulders. But now we're going to top ourselves by carrying a Chevy and towing a Dodge pickup up the same mountain. Because this year, Ford has the most powerful lineup of V8 engines, gas and diesel, of any pickup. And only Ford has independent front suspension for ground-grabbing traction. No wonder they're America's best-selling full-size pickups. The best-built American trucks are built. Ford Tough. But this is a 1981 Ford. It combines toughness with the best gas mileage ratings of all 6-cylinder 4x4 pickups. And it's the only American-built pickup with independent front suspension to step over bumps independently. Yes, Ford conquers the mountain with the best gas mileage. And it's built Ford Tough. And now check out Ford's base price compared with the little imports. Yes, for total value, Ford carries them all. It's America's best-selling pickup.
It's finished. So I'm pretty happy with where we have the 81 Ford right now. It's on an even keel and it's road legal. We got it running, it drives, it stops, and the transmission issue I fixed. There's a little vacuum diaphragm on the transmission and it wasn't getting vacuum because one of the plastic T's had melted. So I plugged it into the intake and it shifts lower now. It shifts accurately like it should. So it drives good, it shifts good, engine runs great, not a noise from the engine at all. And I gotta say, I'm really impressed so far by that distributor I bought off of eBay. I'll put a...
We're not getting any, what do you call it? No props from it. We're just, it's a good one.
Yeah, we're not getting any kickbacks from it or anything, but it was cheap. I can't believe it. It's like everybody should use it. It was like $50-some. It was like close to $60, and I didn't have a single issue out of it. Usually, stuff that's aftermarket that's not made for the factory truck, you always have problems out of, but the thing slipped right in, one wire, and it works. I mean, it works great. Now, longevity-wise, I don't know. And even the original hold down for the original distributor worked perfectly on this. So if you need a distributor, an aftermarket distributor, that one I got off eBay, it's simple to install, simple to run, gets rid of all the other factory stuff, the DuraSpark, all that wiring that goes along with it, those old plugs. It's freaking great. And it has a little spot on there for a tachometer if you wanted to run a tachometer. So I'm impressed. I really, really liked it. Got all the wiring situated, got the looms taped up, we got the headlights working right, tail lights working, even the reverse lights work. Parking lights.
They do.
Yeah, it's the reverse lights, they never work. Never work. So the fact that this one did, somebody was taking care of this truck. It's aged gracefully. That's a good way to put it. This truck is aged gracefully. It's got no rust on it anywhere. No rot in the floors and the doors and the rockers and the bed. Truck is clean and straight. It would be a great candidate to drive. It would be a great candidate to restore if that was the route somebody wanted to take. The power brakes work good. The power steering works good. It's a good old work truck. That's what it is. This truck would be a perfect good old work truck.
Bullnose. They're called bullnoses.
Yep, the old bullnoses. Now, there is a following for these. Not as much of a following as there is for other types of Fords, but there's people who really like the bull noses. So I'm gonna put this up on Marketplace. I got a clean title for it. It's all clean and ready to go. I'm gonna put it up for 4,500 OBO, see what happens. If you're interested in this truck and you wanna make me an offer, you can email me. I'll put the email right here. I get comments all the time, and emails too. Are you selling any of the trucks on the channel? Are you selling any of the trucks on the channel? What happened to this truck? What happened to that truck? Well, I'm letting you know right now. I have some subscribers have bought vehicles, so if you want this one, let me know. Make me an offer. And if you've stuck around this long to the end, I want to reward you with the next video sneak peek. This is something that we have never had and will never ever have again.
That's a fact.
This is the craziest thing we've ever bought. Oh, look at this, is so cool. So, what is it? I'll tell you in the next video, but it's crazy. It's a 39 Buick. All right. I want you to guess in the comments.
Is it a still?
Yeah.
Is it a still?
Is it a moonshine still?
Is it a moonshine still?
Is it a steam compressor drill of some sorts? What is this? I want you to tell me in the comments what you think this thing is. Because this is the coolest, weirdest, oddest thing we've ever bought. And we're gonna see if it'll run and drive and work. It's been parked for, gosh,
well, the plate on it is 1959.
The plate on it's 59. It's been parked for 50, 60 years. This is a Jennings Motorsports special. Somebody get a hold of Jennings and tell them we have this, because all Jennings does is stuff like this. I think of him when I look at this. Okay, that's all they get.
That's it. We're gonna give you another little treat. We're gonna do a burnout.
Dad wants to do a burnout.